Jasper's been a right little pickle so far this morning, so we are going to take him to a soft play to burn off all his energy. Oh, what lovely weather! Which is partly why everyone's got so much energy, because we're all cooped up in the house.
In my dreams, I saw a girl.
Oh, disgusting! Yeah, definitely need to burn off some energy with that boy. And you know, it occurred to me while I was editing yesterday's video that I totally forgot to mention the i3, which is a perfectly decent car, especially when you get the newer battery size, which won't be out for a little while, but when it is, it's going to be really good. And with the range extender, you wouldn't have to worry about the whole CCS thing, so I'm not quite sure why I forgot that one. Maybe, well, I suppose it is kind of expensive. You know, by the time you've optioned up everything on the i3, you're really very, very close to a CPO Model S. Right, I'm getting in the car before I drown. So, I'm just running to PC World because I forgot to bring an external hard drive with me, which means that at the moment, I can't edit any more videos because my laptop's full and I've got nowhere to stick the footage. So I'm going to get my next external hard drive and then we can crack on with things. Job done. Weather's not improved. You know, the really annoying thing is the weather's not going to improve tomorrow either. It's going to just be this. Ugh. Hello. Come on, Jazzy, quickly, what are you doing? Ugh. Wet. Don't blame him, I don't want to get wet either. Don't run into any puddles! Fish fingers and all the trimmings. Isn't that right, Jazzy?
No, fish fingers and all the fish fingers.
You like a good soft play, don't you? Bit thirsty?
I like bad stuff.
Well, I like to see 2 videos edited and scheduled. Fantastic. Hopefully Jasper's now a bit more worn out. Oh no. Gigi has just gone to go get some sausages for supper. We have sausages and mash. Boom.
And sausages and peppers.
Fingers. What makes you think I don't mean it? Come on, fingers. And I'm parked really badly. I'm not even parked, I'm just stopped.
Just like you.
I'm tired.
There we go, come on quick, let's get inside.
Quick, run.
One annoying thing about when it rains is I have to use this GoPro camera, which really, in particular it's the sound I'm so not impressed with it. Just watching Like Tesla's video, the behind the scenes of the Model 3 delivery event. I am gutted I didn't go to that. Alright, that's going to take about half an hour. I'm using 10% of that hard drive in one go. What I'm going to do is look through some of my tabs, basically stories which I found interesting and I wanted to say something about, so we're going to cover off some of those today. But not just yet because I'm going to grab a coffee first. Okay, let's do this. Got my coffee. I'm going to try and do things a bit of a different way today. Yeah, bit of a different way, because I'm going to try and sort of keep things short. Basically, I made a terrible, terrible mistake yesterday. I introduced my father to Game of Thrones and he's never seen any of them. So we've started from Series 1, Episode 1, which means we've got a lot of ground to cover. So I'm planning on spending some time this evening doing that, which means this video is going to get wrapped up sort of kind of now-ish. This was an interesting news article, courtesy of Evernex, and they were saying that Tesla superchargers are a bit of a land grab and they're making it much more difficult for other quick charge network operators to site their quick chargers. Basically, using up capacity in the grid within a certain area, because obviously superchargers or quick chargers generally use a huge amount of power. Now, I kind of read this story originally and thought, really? Is it going to cause that much trouble? But when I was at the Tesla Clubhouse event, Georg, who is the, I believe, Western Europe MD for Tesla, did basically say something similar, in that they don't like to publicise where they're going to put future superchargers because people can swoop in and use up the power before Tesla get there. It sounds like maybe that is more of an issue than I would have thought. That's one of those first mover advantages that Tesla got their hands on there. The next story is something that I have long suspected was in the works from somebody. I don't know who, and I still don't know who, but I can't believe that with Tesla offering to allow other auto manufacturers to use the supercharger network, nobody is going to take him up on that. Somebody's going to, because somebody's going to think to themselves, hang on, it does give us a massive differentiator against all the other people out there. The thing that stops them doing it thus far is that they actually, firstly, haven't got the vehicles which can accept the charge rate, and secondly, I don't think they actually want to drive the sales to that level, because they don't have the batteries available to sell that many cars. The news article that I'm looking at the moment is one where somebody is suggesting that perhaps the I-Pace from Jaguar could be that first non-Tesla vehicle to use superchargers. I think there's a chance of that, potentially quite a good chance, but I don't know for sure. What I do know is that if Jaguar added supercharger capability to the I-Pace, they wouldn't be able to build them quick enough. They really wouldn't. They would sell tons of the things, and these are not cheap SUVs either. Are they SUVs? CUVs? So anyway, I hope they do it. That would be awesome. Maybe Soph could get one of those instead of a Model X. Mercedes B-Class, electric. Cancelled production basically from now. So if you want one, get it while you can, because they're going to run out of stock and then that's it. Now, the good news is they're going to replace it with a long-range EQ branded electric vehicle. Problem, we've not seen it, we don't know any details about it, it's not, as far as we know, definitely going to be produced anytime soon or sold anytime soon, so I wouldn't hold my breath. This is kind of interesting but a bit depressing and comes courtesy of the BBC. Turns out that humidity levels, the wet bulb temperature that you get in your thermometer, basically, for those of you that don't know, most thermometer, proper weather station type places, they've got two thermometers. They've got a dry bulb and a wet bulb. Now, the dry bulb is just the air temperature basically, and the wet bulb is the temperature with evaporation. So if that temperature with evaporation were to be higher than the normal temperature of human skin, which is about 35 degrees Celsius, then human beings would not actually be able to cool themselves, no matter how much they sweated. Big trouble for mankind. Now, if you get that wet bulb temperature regularly into the sort of 40 degrees Celsius, basically even healthy people will wind up dying from the temperature. And apparently, by 2100, there's a chance that could be a substantial portion of the population that would have to live in those kind of environments. Specifically people in sort of India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, those kind of areas. So that's very much something that we should be trying to avoid, and it isn't something that we will necessarily avoid because of changing weather patterns and global warming and all the rest of it, so we've got a lot of work to do there. And apparently Elon Musk spends 80% of his time, give or take, actually personally working on the engineering and design of his products and spacecraft. Well, fantastic. I think that's actually one of the things that makes him such an interesting entrepreneur, is unlike a lot of people who lead large tech businesses who used to work in the actual coal face of the business, so having somebody lead the business who really genuinely understands the problems and the design constraints facing those products, fantastic. And this is interesting and does not surprise me at all. Apparently Model S and X orders are up following the reveal of Model 3. I think quite a few people have been holding back on ordering their Model S or Model X because they wanted to see what was going to be in Model 3 and whether that would be a more compelling vehicle from a price performance point of view, which is one of the reasons why Tesla had made sure that there is no comparison. Well, no, there's not really any comparison, and there shouldn't be, because one of these cars costs pretty much twice as much as the other. Well, that's fantastic news, people. I've managed to clear most of the tabs off my browser now. I think I've only got about 15 or 20 left. And Jasper's calling me, so I think it's probably dinner time, and then going to crack on with this whole Game of Thrones thing. I hope you have enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram if you don't already, and I will see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlog. Bye!
It's not a dream.
That's how we roll.